All right, so we're gonna call this one How to Stack Your Italian Greyhound. All right, we got a couple examples here. This is Betty. One of the first things, obviously, when picking up your dog is figure out how you're gonna hold them. Usually we kind of do something like this, and then it transfers to this, and then maybe this. But basically, when you get them on the table, obviously this is not a desired look. So with the Italians and with most other breeds, I would say it's probably easiest to go ahead and put the front first. So with these guys, they're nice and small enough that I like to lift the rear so that I can place the front where I want to go. And we just kind of tuck our fingers in between their little legs right here, just so we have a little bit of control over where those front legs end up. We usually put them up here on the end of the table. Okay, kind of readjust her feet, put them down. Okay, and the goal with any dog stacking, here I'll move so you can see her legs a little better, is the front legs need to be obviously even with each other, but also underneath her. Got it. So you can see that they are perpendicular to the table, under her. And what I mean by under is we don't want her to be leaning back. Okay. So there she is, nice and straight on the front. Okay. On the rear, the goal again is to have the pasterns perpendicular to the table. Now with an Italian, that means that we have to go back a little bit, usually, okay, to go ahead and get those to be nice and perpendicular. Okay, she's not seeming perfect right now because I don't want to have a treat in front of her, but for an Italian, the important thing to see here is that ideally we have nice flat and then drop. Okay, we don't want any of this action, and we don't want her, see now she's leaning back on its front. Okay, we don't want any of that, and we don't want her back legs underneath herself. Okay, so there you go, Betty. And then we can do a different one. This is Louie. Okay, so they all look slightly different. They're built generally the same, but all slightly different. So here we have Louie. So we put his front feet down. Okay, line him up. Kind of drop his rear, but obviously I don't want to leave him like this because that's not pretty. So we pull back 1 foot at a time, gently. He likes to lean back a little, so we encourage him to lean back forward. If he needs a little help getting flat, we go ahead and push him down. Okay, and there we have decent looking stack. Right, Louie? Right. A little high. There we go. Okay, so fairly under himself, trying to get that perpendicular. Okay, perpendicular here. Okay, and we're supposed to be flat with drop. Okay, that is our goal. And obviously head up and forward, and you can see for him, he has a tendency to want to lean back. So we encourage him to lean forward. He's a little roachy tonight. Okay, roachy is a no-no. We don't want to be roachy, so I'm just kind of tickling him, and he's flattening out for me. Yes. Okay. But he gets a lot of rubbings on the table, and obviously treats help pull him forward too. He tends to respond best to just lovin's. Okay. But this is the overall picture that you want when you stack your Italian Greyhound on the table. Okay. Okay. This is Indy. Betty and Indy are champions. Louie is not yet a champion. Same rules apply though. We pick them up. And then obviously you kind of have to get your dog comfortable with this. I hold like this when I readjust, but some people don't. So we fix the front. Okay, line them up. I usually just kind of drop the back. Personally, I don't ever touch the front with my hands. Okay, and obviously he's way high right now, so we pull him back. And this just comes down to getting to know your dog, because I know exactly how far I should pull him and then flatten him out. to get a pretty picture. Maybe a little farther on him. There we go. Okay, and we come up in the head. And you can just kind of lift him. And I'm doing this without treats right now. That's bad of me. Okay, but see, he's leaning a little bit back. Indy Bindy. And we're not on lead. Obviously, you'd be on lead in the ring. Okay. Indy falls a little early. He comes out and then falls a little early, but he's got nice ankles. Right, Indy Bindy. So one of the things you do when you put him on the table is he will be on a lead, and it's a good thing to go ahead and when you pick him up, you throw that over your shoulder so that, throw it over your shoulder, so when you're doing all of this mess, that's not hanging in the way. And the judge comes forward and you don't have all this mess hanging everywhere. But obviously we don't want this. And one of the reasons why I don't mess with Italian's front legs very much by hand is because we have a tendency to do funny things with our feet. Like I'm touching his leg and he's turning it all the way to the side, which is not good. So I don't mess with our feet like that personally. We just get them where we want them and then move everything else into place. Okay, so there's the Indy Bindy. Violet, you want to go too? Come here, Vi. Come here. She's hiding. Got the Violet. Okay, so here's Violet. Violet's fat, so she's not going to be going to the show ring anytime soon, but weighs a lot more. But same rules apply, especially for Violet. We put her foot down. We usually do 1 foot at a time, so that then if she's at it kind of crooked, I can kind of rotate that foot until it's straight and put her down. Okay. And then this is the first goal here. Okay. Once that's in place, she's so chubby, I can pull this back where it needs to be 1 at a time, and we hold here gently. Okay, you don't want to grab here. You don't want to fist them. Okay, we just gently pick them up. Okay. There we go. She's super fat, but and see, her lead would be up like this. And she's all fat, but you can see she does have really nice. She comes out and she drops. This is nice and perpendicular. She's under herself. Oh, you're a good girl, Violet. Yes, you are. My little chubby thing. Mwah. All right, I'll let you down. All right, this is JoJo. She's my other champion. Maybe. Okay, JoJo is little. You're little. Yes, you are. Same rules apply, though. Fingers in the front. Put down one leg. And again, we try to get them as close to the front as possible. Line up the other leg. Drop the back. Then slowly, obviously, the younger the puppy, slide these back into place until they are where you think they should be. Perpendicular. Sometimes it's hard to tell with an Italian because they'll roach on you a lot until you get them down. Put your head up, baby. Where's your baby? This is my JoJo. Okay, so you see she's nice and she drops. Probably go back a little farther. There we go. Ah, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. So this is the goal. And obviously these guys are pretty well trained. So they're used to this. She's been in the show ring a lot. Most of the other ones have been in the show ring a lot. Okay, so this is our goal. Well, that's pretty. That's pretty, JoJo. Okay, so obviously she's all, what am I up here for? I don't even have treats. Okay, so head up. Ideally, you get this nice arch, and that comes with a treat. Come here, baby. Yeah. If you can get the ears up while they're on the table, even better. Okay. But the goal is obviously we don't want feet underneath ourselves. Okay. It's just not quite where we want it. That also encourages them to have a roach back, so we don't want roachy. We want nice flat and with drop. So Make sure everything is where it should be. Pull back gently. Obviously, the younger the dog, the more they're going to fidget, and you just have to fix them until they're used to holding that. I wanted to show you one that has no experience. Keep in mind, this is my 10-year-old that has never once been in a show ring and couldn't care less, so I did grab some treats for her. Okay, but treat in hand. Same rules apply. Okay, I'm going to grab her. I've got a couple fingers here. Put down one foot, put down the other. She's never done this, so this is all new. Okay, pull back slowly. Let her kind of shift and get her balance. See, I kind of tilt her just a little. Encourage her to put those feet down. Okay. Now, she is a little arched right now because she's like, what on earth is going on? I don't know. You're not archy. You're not roachy. Okay, so that's good, Nina. That's good. You want a treat? She says, no, I have no idea what's going on right now. I'm very confused. It's not too bad. She's a little roached. She's a little confused. She doesn't normally roach, but there we go. So, well, that was too easy. You're too good. You didn't even know and you're too good. But that's pretty much slow and steady wins the race. Obviously, if you've got your dog to where they can stand still, this is a lot easier. Or if they'll hold a position, you just spit it back out at me. I don't want anything to do with it. Okay. So, the longer they'll hold a position, the better. But they're going to fidget. They're going to twitch. People are going to come up to them and touch them. And they're going to get in their face. Okay, this one has a problem with men. Okay, so we put him on the table. Okay, stand pretty. Okay. And they're going to come up here and they're going to touch his face. And they're going to look at his teeth. And that's hard. It's hard for a dog to sit still when they want to do all that stuff. And they come over here and they touch his tail and they're going to check everything. Okay. And he's going to fidget. And that's fine. It's fine to fidget. Ooh. Oh, pretty. We got a whole different dog. But if they do, you just fix them. Put them back in place. Do it again and again. Now you want some. Now you want some. Alright, so that's it. Yeah.